What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 30 of our Cincinnati Bengals franchise. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a double upload. So I've got the Rams gameplay and the Pittsburgh Steelers gameplay for you guys here. So that's why this video is a little bit longer. And then at the very end, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how we're going to work with the subscriber-based draft class. So first things first, you guys saw that I actually went ahead and signed Thomas Rawls out of the free agents just because, well, Joe Mixon's going to be out for 5 more weeks, right? So the only halfbacks that we have on this football team right now are Giovanni Bernard and Mark Walton Jr. So got to have a little bit more depth going on there to be our third string running back, and I think that Rawls is going to fit. He was actually signed by the Bengals during this season. I think it was preseason when he was signed. I don't know if he's still there or not. I'd have to go back and look at that, but regardless, it seems like that's something that the Bengals would want to do in real life, so that's what we decided to do in this. So, all right, let's kick this off with the LA Rams, not the St. Louis Rams. I accidentally called them the St. Louis Rams out of habit in the last episode. So as you guys can see here, Jared Goff only has 1 interception on the season. He's playing extremely well, and when you have a running back like Todd Gurley and a head coach like Sean McVay that really opened up this Rams team, this offense is going to be a legitimate force to stop, you know. And this Bengals defense been pretty solid this season. So it's going to be a clash of, dare I say it, the Titans, so to speak. So you guys can see here the Rams already 2nd and 13. Gurley's going to pick up about 8 yards on that carry, and then it's going to be Jared Goff, and his first passing attempt of the game on a 3rd and 5 is going to go incomplete. So you're going to turn it back over here to the Cincinnati Bengals here. 1,382 yards for Andy Dalton, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's good for a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That's not the worst thing in the world, but we do have to cut down on the interceptions for Dalton here. So trying to get the run game going, trying to test Giovanni Bernard out a little bit here. Not going to pick up really any positive yardage right there. It's going to be 3rd and 9, and then Tyler Kroft going to get on this option route. Going to pick up the first down. Dalton now 1 of 2 for 11 yards. 3rd and 8, and we're trying to force the ball here to Bernard on the slant route, and good coverage there by Roby Coleman. 2nd and 1. Todd Gurley gotten blocking up front there. Jesse Bates cannot handle the juke move by Gurley. Gurley's going to get about 30 yards on that play, so 3rd and 50, 3 rushes for 51 yards right there. And look at this, Robert Woods almost into the end zone. He's going to get dropped at the 1-yard line, so Cincinnati's defense got to come through. Pressure on Goff, and look at this. Vigil forces the fumble, and Jesse Bates comes in, picks it up. So forced fumble by Vigil, fumble recovery by Bates, and Jared Goff has got to be a little distraught after that. That's insane, guys, right? I mean, they had that touchdown for sure. You're on the 1-yard line. Got to get that done. So we see that Bernard is actually going to get some pretty positive yardage right there. So good job by him. 3rd and 11, and we are going to try to force feed Tyler Boyd on this verticals route. Nothing doing. Good coverage there. Almost intercepted and going the other way. So we got a 3rd and 1 here, and what a stop. What a stop by Tyrell Dodson, the draft pick. And he's actually going to hurt Todd Gurley. I don't condone hurting other players, but this might be the break that the Bengals need here in this game. So great job by Dodson to snuff out the run and stuff it. And look at this, even better job by Kendall Sheffield to block the field goal off of Zerline and the Rams special teams. And this is still going to be a 0-0 game here in the 2nd quarter. Trying to fire deep here. That looks like AJ Green trying to fire deep on that verticals throw. Thought we had him, and it's going to be picked off. So Dalton yet again with the turnover issues. Jared Goff on a 1st and 10. He's going to get dropped there by Carl Lawson for a sack. It's going to be 2nd and 20. So Jared Goff and the Rams trying to get some positive yards here. And look at this, Jesse Bates kind of got a little beat on that route. He was trying to come down in that little zone coverage right there, that little the yellow, and it just let the deep route beat him in the back. So, I mean, it's going to happen, right? A lot of misdirection from the Rams, a lot of play and scheme design that's going to get people open for sure. And we're going to also see an incompletion, which is going to lead to a Zerline field goal. So That breaks the 0-0 tie here late in the second quarter. 3:52 left to go, and we love the stretch play, especially with Bernard's speed and his juking ability. Jukes to the left there, and then another spin move, and Bernard with the speed. He's got all day to get into the end zone. He does, guys. Touchdown Cincinnati for a 66-yard touchdown for Giovanni Bernard. Unreal. Look at this spin move yet again. Whoop! As Chris Berman would say, whoop! Look at that. Joyner getting done dirty. Gotta love it. So 3rd and 5. 7-3 here. Wide open is Brandon Cooks. Bates trying to lay the lumber, and he just whiffs. And Cooks, luckily, is going to get stopped there by Sean Williams, who's actually pretty pumped up that he actually had to come over from the other side of the field to make that play. Almost intercepted there by Kendall Sheffield. Actually, that's Darqueze Dennard there, excuse me, number 21. 3rd and goal, and on the 6-yard line, and Goff trying to roll out, and he's got a man open, and that looks to be going to be incomplete. It was shooting for Gerald Everett, the tight end. So Rams are going to still get the football back here, and here's Gerald Everett yet again with 19 seconds left, 18 seconds left at the 1-yard line. So after that field goal here for 7-6, they're going to get a touchdown. They're going to get a touchdown. So guys, we give up the lead. It was 7-6, and now it's 7-13 here near the end of the half. So we're actually just trying to run the clock, but you know what? I love the stretch play so much that we're just going to see what happens. Little juke move here, break tackle, spin move, blocking to the left, and look at juke move again, but a face mask. A face mask call. We get one more shot. 0 seconds left on the clock. Face mask called. Bengals will have one more chance to shoot it in the end zone. We'll see where we're kind of at here, but yeah, at the 29-yard line, you know, you got to kick a field goal, right? You got to kick a field goal. You might as well try to cut the lead down by 3, make it 13-10. We do get the football back in the second half. Take your points. They're laying right there for you. Randy Bullock, not the most clutch kicker in the world. He's definitely got his problems. I mean, he's definitely got a leg, so the power has always been good for Bullock, but just the accuracy has always been kind of an issue. But he's going to kick this one up and good, so it's going to be 13-10. Going into the half, I like what we're doing. But look at the passing yards. We have been running the football so well with Giovanni Bernard in this game that why throw? Why throw, right? And plus, when Andy Dalton's going to be throwing interceptions all the time, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So we see John Ross going to take a big lick right there. I believe that was Mark Barron. 1st and 10, though. He's going to pick up the first down, and what do you know? What do you know? Andy Dalton fumbles the football on a play-action sack. It's unreal. It's unreal. It's like every single time in Madden, it just feels like every time that we call a play-action and he's getting sacked, he fumbles the football. I don't know if that's something in Madden or what, but we definitely gotta consider that when we're calling play-action plays. It could happen. You know, fumbles could happen here, because they have such a high chance of happening. It seems like every time that we do it, it happens. It's pretty annoying. But we see a holding call here on Nate Solder. It's going to push us back. So it's actually 3rd and 13 now, and actually some pretty good coverage there. Trying to shoot for Tyler Kroft. Nothing doing. Still going to be 13-10 here. Late third quarter. 3:59 left to go. Rams on a 3rd and 7, and what a great play there by Darqueze Dennard, making that deflection, pushing the ball out of the hands of the receiver. And look at John Ross with the speed. 32 yards on an out route. An out route. And then he catches the football, turns it upfield, gets it in for a touchdown. It's going to be 17-13 here. And look at wide open is Cooper Kupp. Fake, double fake. Derek Johnson, the linebacker, actually has to come over and make the tackle. It's unreal. Jared Goff now schooling the Cincinnati secondary. 349 yards passing, and this pass to Cooper Kupp going to be incomplete. It's going to be 4th and goal now. So they're going for it. They're only down 4 points, and they're going for it. So let's see if they can actually convert it. Goff's got all day to throw. He fires it over to Robert Woods, and William Jackson coming up with the pick. He's only got one man to beat. That looks like it's going to be Brandon Cooks, and he can't even catch him. Brandon Cooks can't even catch William Jackson, guys. Jackson's going to strut himself into the end zone. And it's going to be touchdown Cincinnati, 24-13. Late in the fourth quarter now. Actually, well, not late, but mid fourth quarter. 9:38 left to go. And we're up 11. We actually get the football back. And we fire out to Tyler Kroft. He's going to make a nice catch right there up the middle. 6 minutes there. 4 minutes now. We're starting to kill some more clock here. And a little play action pass complete to John Ross, who makes the catch in midair. Gets the 2 feet down for his second touchdown on the game. So John Ross, he's coming out this season, guys. So his 3rd year as a pro. And John Ross is making some big-time plays for us so far in this game and in this season. He had a really good game against the New York Jets as well in our opening game here. So 3rd and 7 and down 18 points. Jared Goff is trying to run for the first down, but he's going to fumble the football, and Derek Johnson comes up with it. That's Jared Goff's second fumble on the game. And guys, this game is over. We shut this Rams offense down today. I was actually talking about it earlier in the game that this was definitely going to be a tough team to shut down, but as far as yards go, we didn't shut them down. As far as getting them off the scoreboard, we definitely did. So our running game allowed for that to happen. Andy Dalton was efficient enough, 63 or 68. Guys, like I said, when I'm doing this recording, the screen kind of condenses. I can't really see it's fuzzy numbers right there. So it's either 63 or 68%. That's good enough. That's good enough. We see John Ross with the 2 touchdowns. You know, he had a great game. 6 receptions, 77 yards, and Giovanni Bernard over 144. I mean, what do you ask for? You know, defense played and did what they had to do. Got a couple interceptions, 1 interception, a couple fumbles off of Jared Goff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So the defense came through, offense came through. I say it every week. I say it at the end of every game that we win, even the game we lost against the Patriots. I like the way that this team is playing right now. Even with Joe Mixon out, I'm still thinking that this offense is better than it was last year. I mean, we just put 30-plus points on the LA Rams. So now we're actually going to go seeing how we do against the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field. So you guys remember last season we actually scored a ton of points on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but when they came to our place, they took it to us. But gonna be a pretty sloppy and wet condition game here, which, go figure, against Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. It's gonna be a slugfest. It's gonna be a lot of weight being thrown around in this game for sure. A big-time rivalry. So we're gonna have to come out swinging for sure. It's going to be a very physical game, especially in this rain. A lot of running the football. I kind of want to do that in this game against the Steelers, especially with the game that Giovanni Bernard had. I'm really not confident in the slippery conditions that Andy Dalton's going to have to throw the football to win this game. So we're going to rely heavily on this run game, possibly even get Thomas Rawls involved, Mark Walton. We're going to try to sprinkle in as many run plays that we possibly can here, because we know that the Steelers' offense is good, just like the Rams is good, and this offense can light us up for sure. We see that Le'Veon Bell trying to get things going here. He had a 3-yard carry, first of his game here, and then now it's going to get dropped for a 4-yard loss. So net -1 on the day thus far. So we got a 3rd and 11, and Roethlisberger firing up the middle here to James Washington out of Oklahoma State. He's now a 1-year pro, so kind of getting seasoned into that number 3, number 2 type of role. We don't know what's going to happen with Antonio Brown next season, so we'll just have to monitor that and watch that. But Carlos Dunlap on a 2nd down gets the sack on Roethlisberger, going to force 3rd and 16. Sean Williams with the big hit on Vance McDonald. It's going to be 4th and 12 after a pickup of 4. So here comes Kai Forbath trying to kick this kick up and good, and it's not. It's way left and way short. So Cincinnati gets the football at the 48-yard line. Will it cost the Steelers? Let's find out. Here's a block here on the outside. Bernard with the spin move. Bernard with the juke move. Man, he is just running hard, guys. The first run of the day goes for 15. Actually, 16, excuse me. So we have a 1st down and 10 on the 31-yard line, and Bernard going to actually get stopped there. Only going to pick up about 2. But we see his last game, 17 rushes for 144. That was a crazy game for Gio. 2nd and 9 here, 7 minutes in the first quarter left to go. And look at the wide open gaps that this offensive line, this newly revamped offensive line, is giving us. I mean, if Joe Mixon's in the game, I think that he's actually going to be running for more yards than what Gio's doing. So that's pretty encouraging. But this time, good job by the defense and Bud Dupree. But look at this. What is Uzomah doing on that left side? He didn't even touch Bud Dupree. No idea what that was. But Randy Bullock going to come on, kick this field goal. It's going to be 3-0 here in the first quarter. Gotta love it. Next possession for the Pittsburgh Steelers here, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So this is the very next play after we give it back to him. Jesse Bates, Sean Williams, Jonathan Hankins can't stop Le'Veon. Unreal, guys. So Le'Veon's going to go for 72 yards on that play for a touchdown. It's going to be 7-3. So Pittsburgh responds in a huge way. I would show you guys the replay, but I mean, it's crazy. So he actually just tossed and shrugged Jonathan Hankins off, just give him a stiff arm, which to me is Le'Veon really that strong? He's stronger than Jonathan Hankins? I don't know. So we see that Tyler Kroft coming up with an athletic grab here, but look at this, 3rd and 12. And Gio with the spin moves is going to get 11.5. So it's going to be 4th and inches, and we're going for it. We're going for this thing in the first quarter because you know what? Why not? It's a rivalry game, and we're not going to lose to Pittsburgh this year. Again, we're going to try to take it to them this season. But you guys can see the conditions are getting a hold of Andy Dalton here. That was a long 3rd down attempt, and it's just not going to do anything. But look at this play. Look at this play. Special teams coming up big time. The short punt by Huber is going to bounce off the back of a Steelers player, and Kirkpatrick's going to come up with the deflection. Here's a nice block by John Ross on the slant route. Nice catch there by A.J. Green. It's going to be 1st and goal. And, oh my gosh, Madden. Madden cheese, boys. Madden cheese. Unreal. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys a replay here. So a touchdown to Kroft. Not going to happen here. Look, I even pulled left on the control stick. He still threw it right, and he threw it right at the linebacker for Pittsburgh. So they're going to get the football back. I guess the CPU just really didn't like the fact that we actually converted a special teams fumble recovery. That's unreal. So here's Nick Vigil actually leaving the ground and hitting Le'Veon Bell like that. That probably should have been a penalty. You can't leave the ground when you're trying to make a tackle. But look at this. On a 1st and 10, and Gio going to pick up about 12. Actually 11. It was at the 34, now it's at the 23. So pick up of 11 here. 8 rushes for 37 for Gio right now. So he's still having an efficient 2 weeks here. And look at Dalton trying to scramble for the pylon, and he takes a big hit, and he holds onto the football for the touchdown. Awesome job by Andy Dalton to get into the end zone. It's going to be 10-7. We get a stop here when the Steelers possess the football. And look at Kendall Sheffield using his speed. Linebackers can't even catch him. Defensive players can't even catch him. Look at that. Unreal, guys. So Kendall Sheffield with that speed and agility. I love this guy. I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the future. Maybe we might even get him involved in some offensive plays. Who knows? Maybe he's like a gadget guy. We'll have to see how that works out. 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're heading into the half. We've got 3 timeouts. We're not going to use them, though. And look at the spin move by Gio. Got the blocking in front. And, dude, this guy, Giovanni Bernard, he's making the most of his playing time. For real. I mean, when Joe Mixon comes back, he's really forcing us and Marvin Lewis to basically say, don't totally get rid of me. Don't move me. Don't let Joe Mixon take all of my carries here, because you know what? I can provide some spark on offense too. But look at this. Look at this spark on offense. Antonio Brown taking it in for a 46-yard touchdown and the little dance. By the way, the Steelers are wearing their throwback uniforms of sorts. You see the numbers aren't as bloopy and italicized. That's because they're doing the little throwback here. But look at this. Gio again with the spin moves. Look at the spin move. And a little pre-selly there. Almost. Little pre-selly. But he's going to get in anyway. Touchdown, 67 yards for Gio Bernard. This guy is absolutely going off in the last 2 weeks here. So touchdown is going to be 24-14. And just watch this again. Sean Davis didn't even have a chance against the agile Gio Bernard. Look at the pre-selly, though. Woo! Little river dance stuff. My God. So we're up 10. 5 minutes left here to go in the third quarter. And Le'Veon's going to get a carry here. And look at this. The only guy to stop him is William Jackson and Jesse Bates. And they can't even get him down. So Burfict and Denard have to come through as reinforcements to take down Le'Veon Bell. He is going off, well over 100 yards so far in this game. Nice hit. Nice hit, though, by Jaquan Johnson on a third down. It's going to be 4th and 7 now. And Kai Forbath's going to have to kick a field goal to go down by 7. So it's now going to be 24-17 here late in the third quarter. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. We are going to actually get John Ross. Remember I was talking about a little gadget type of plays here, but John Ross can definitely be that guy. He's been having a heck of a 2019. And look at that little spin move again. These guys can't handle the spins or the jukes. So the speed of the Bengals offensive players, guys, just they can't handle it right now. So John Ross gets a rush for 36 yards. Nice pass complete to A.J. Green, who's going to actually get up to the 10-yard line. So here we go, 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line now. We actually picked up 5 yards here. And look at this. Tyler Boyd left uncovered near the corner of the end zone. Going to get in for a touchdown off that little screen type of pass here. So Boyd gets in. It's going to be 31-17 here late in the third quarter. 41 seconds left. I love it. I love it. This Bengals team, guys, just has the it factor this season. So on a 2nd and 6 in the third quarter, we're going to actually end the third with an interception by Darqueze Dennard. So I tell you what, guys, the Bengals have actually come to Pittsburgh saying we are going to play some football here. Look at this spin move again. Giovanni Bernard going to get into the end zone with a dive. It's going to be another touchdown for Bernard. He's just going off. He's going off. 34-yard touchdown. It's going to be 38-17. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh starting to threaten here. 4th and 9, though, so they have to complete this pass to get to still have a chance here. They will do it. That's Vance McDonald on the catch. But we're not too worried at this point. I'm not too worried about losing this football game. I can't be. You know, we're up 21 points. They're going to have to score 3 touchdowns with a minute each, right? We got 3 minutes left in the game. They're going to have to score a touchdown in a minute every single time in the next 3 possessions. Probably not going to happen unless they get some onside kicks. So we got 4th and goal. And look at the penalties. Remember I was talking to you guys about the Dolphins game being weird? David DeCastro jumping off sides or false starting twice on this series here. It's going to be 4th and goal. And look at this. Kendall Sheffield coming back to the end zone is going to pick it off. Dennard with the nice block on Roethlisberger. And if and only if Kendall Sheffield had some extra speed and some stamina left to go, he would have been gone, guys. He would have taken it all the way for another touchdown. But it's really good to see that Kendall Sheffield, our late 4th-round pick, is coming through. It's coming through, guys. The young guys, for sure. So here's Bernard yet again getting a carry. It's going to be 4th and 5 with 16 seconds left. You know what? Might as well rub it in. Rub it in. We just absolutely came to your place, Pittsburgh, and we stole a W. We destroyed you today. So you know what? Give us another field goal. 232 yards passing, 193 yards rushing, 8 yards per average play. And we see the Steelers walking off at home. Roethlisberger going to take a look back here. Just wait for it. Wait for it. He's shaking his head. He's frustrated. You know what? They're probably going to come out swinging the next time that we play the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they might not have taken too kindly to that last second field goal. But you know what? That's what rivalries are made of. And quite frankly, I don't care who it offends. I hate the Steelers. there's two teams in the NFL that I cannot stand. It's the Steelers and it's the Cowboys. And yeah, I don't really care. I'm glad we rubbed it in. I'm glad we rubbed it in. Stick it. Stick it. So A.J. Green had a good game. Giovanni Bernard had a good game. Dalton was decent. Was pretty decent as usual, but he did enough to help us win this football game. Defense stepped up in a big way, though. had a really great game. Look at the tackles for losses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 tackles for losses. Not a lot of sacks, only 2 sacks, and we had a couple interceptions. That's Kendall Sheffield and Darqueze Dennard. So, guys, it's going to be it for the gameplay. Let's now talk about how we're going to manage the draft class for you guys, since, you know what, it's about time we started getting to some scouting some players, right? So what we're going to do is we will go ahead and have you guys comment what player that you want in, position, name, height, weight, best 3 attributes, because when you guys look at the recruiting board or like the scouting board, you've got the 3 best attributes for that player. So basically what I'll do is I'm going to take 20 players. So it's going to be first come, first serve. Your comments are timestamped and they're dated. So I will be able to look and see who came first, who commented first. But obviously we can't have like 20 quarterbacks, right? We can have 20 wide receivers. I mean, at this point, you're kind of thinking like, well, why not? Why not? It's the NFL. Like, teams need all sorts of positions, right? Well, obviously I can't draft all of you guys, right? It's not going to happen. But maybe you might want to cater it towards one of your favorite teams' needs, right? Maybe you want to cater it towards Bengals needs, right? So what we'll do is, I think it would be kind of cool too if you guys didn't all go in the first round, right? So what we'll do is we'll take 20 requests, we'll take 20 players. Anything after that, I will have you guys as reserves, because what's going to happen is if there's too many quarterback requests, I'll have to go back and I'll have to message that person in the comment section and say, hey, can you pick another position? And if you don't respond, then I'll go to my reserves and say, hey, I'm going to put you in the game. I'm going to put you into the draft class, right? So kind of have that in mind when you're making your player selection and kind of the guy that you want to get into the game. You know, if you want to be a 4th round type of corner or defensive end or something like that, that would be kind of cool. Have a backstory. You know, you guys can create some backstories, and I'll throw that into the series as well. So that's how we'll do it. I'll have that ready for you guys on Thursday, and you guys will be able to see your players in the game, right, in the draft class, and we'll do some scouting. We'll do some scouting from there. So that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Happy Sunday. We'll look forward to some Bengals action, right? Next Sunday, I think they play. So that'll be fun. About time, right? I got Tyler Boyd on my fantasy team, so I need him to like step it up, because Kenny Galladay hasn't done diddly squat in the last 2 weeks, so it kind of hurts. So, all right, well, enough talking about my fantasy team. I appreciate you guys watching. Happy Sunday, Hoo Day, and then I'll see you guys on Thursday for the next video, episode 31. So see you guys then. As always, peace.